So the next thing is how an element can be accessed from an array. That means, say we are declaring an array, say the name of the array is A, so it can store maximum 5 elements, and the value of the element you can assign like that, say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So in memory locations, how it can be represented? Say this is an array, and the name of the array is A, and the element of the array is 10, that is 20, that is 30, that is 40, and 50. And the index of an array, it will be starting from 0, that is 1, 2, and 4. Now in array, say it is stored in memory. That means the memory has an base address. What do you mean by base address? That means a starting address. Say for that particular case, the base address is 100. So now, and take that integer takes 4 bytes memory. That is, of course, architecture dependent. Say in my architecture, that is a 64-bit architecture, the integer will take 4 bytes. So if the starting location, that is assumed, but starting location may be different, but the concept is not changed. Say the starting location, the base address of this location is 100. So an integer data, that is an integer data, an integer will take 4 bytes. That means the next location is 104. This next location is 108. This is 112, and this is 116. That is the corresponding addresses. That is the contiguous memory locations. That means the elements are stored in the contiguous memory location. That means one element is stored in 100 location, the next element is stored in 104, next element is stored in 108. Now the thing is that the array is not remember the whole data. It will only know the base address, and at runtime it will compute the others locations. How? That means if you want to print, say you want to print the value of, say, A2 locations. So internally, how A2 will be computed? A2 will be computed like that. If it is an A2, what does it mean? It means it will compute it like that, A plus 2 and the corresponding data type. That means if it is an integer, it will take, say, 4 bytes. If it is a character, it may take 1 byte. So how it will compute? So the base address of an array is 100. Say this is 100, and this is a 2. Into the corresponding data type, we are using integer data type. That means integer will take 4 bytes. That means the location is, that is nothing but 108. So what do you mean by star? Star means that is value at 108. So what is the value of 108? That is 30. So actually internally, when you want to print A2, it will compute it like that by the use of pointer. They calculating the particular value by using pointer, and since it is calculated like that, that means array only remembers the base address and it will compute the others value by utilizing the base address. So array only remembers base address, and since it is a contiguous memory location, so that's why it can compute the value at any locations by using pointer. And since it will take only order of time, order of 1, that means you can say the access time, that means to access an element from an array, takes only order of 1, because we will see later that it is much beneficial for accessing an element compared to other data structures. So the thing is that, so we can write in different way. So how can we write in different way? Say that an array, that means if you want to find an element at ith locations, how we can compute? We are computing like that: a plus I star, the corresponding data type, size of the data type. Now this plus is commutative operation, what we know. That means we can write like that: I star data type plus a. That means that is similar to write ia. That means if we want to print something, whether you write ai or whether you write ia, the both will give you the same results. The both will give you the same results. You just remember the thing. That means the 2 point you should understand. That means the access time of an array is order of 1. That means to access an element from an array, it will take order of 1, and you can write ai as ia because of this result. And array only stores the base address. It will not store the other element's address. It will only store the base address and it compute the other addresses. So in the next class, we will find some examples using pointers, using array. And of course, we will say how the AI and IA will be given in different exams.